The Magic Pen. Written by Hywyn Oram. Illustrated by Nick Shon.
Once, there was a big man called Mr. Big. His house was big, his car was big, and his cat was big. One day, he tried to write a letter, and he broke 10 pens.
"I need a big pen,"
said Mr. Big. Mr. Big went to the shops to get a big pen. But the man in the shop forgot the ink.
"I'll make my own ink,"
said Mr. Big. He mixed and he mixed and he mixed. Then he put in lots of water. Mr. Big filled up the big pen with his ink and said,
"What shall we write?"
His cat said, "Write mouse." So Mr. Big wrote mouse. At once, a mouse ran over the paper. Mr. Big cried,
"Wow! This pen must be magic!"
"Yes," said the magic mouse. "You wrote mouse, so here I am."
"Quick!"
cried Mr. Big.
"What shall I write next?"
"Fish!" cried Mr. Big's cat. "Cheese!" cried the magic mouse.
"No, no," said Mr. Big. "We mustn't waste the ink. Now, let me think."
Then, with a shy smile on his big face, Mr. Big wrote, Mrs. Big. At once, the doorbell rang. There stood a woman who was as big as Mr. Big. They were married 3 weeks and 4 days later. The magic mouse and the big cat went to the wedding. Mr. and Mrs. Big, the cat and the mouse, all lived happily ever after. With a little help from the magic pen and ink.